Hello guys, welcome back to Content Monsters, and in today's episode we are reviewing another new smartphone launched by Samsung. If you've been drooling over those fancy foldable phones, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 might just make you jump out of your chair in excitement. Why? Because it's pretty much the cool kid on the block. Samsung, let me tell you, has just pulled a rabbit out of its engineering hat with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 design. The Z Fold 5 is definitely feeling fit. So what is it about the design that's great? Well, to start with, the Z Fold 5 is definitely feeling fit. It's shed some weight and is now a slim 13.4 mm when it's closed, and it's light as a feather at 253 grams. And guess what? That's 2.4 mm thinner and 10 grams lighter than its older sibling, the Z Fold 4. Now, sure, they might sound like very small numbers, but oh boy, does it feel different. Imagine this beauty into your pocket and barely feeling it. No more accidental juggling acts. We've all been there with the Z Fold 4. Now on to the flex hinge. Picture this. It's silent as a ninja and smooth as butter. And it's not just for the show. It brings this luxurious vibe to the phone. Feel like propping your phone at an angle for some Netflix? No problem. No more awkward gaps either, which means say goodbye to those pesky crumbs sneaking in their way in the display time. The 6.2-inch cover screen and the 7.6-inch inner beauty are just as big and bright as the Z Fold 4, with the added punch of the Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and even better visibility in sunshine. You'll be catching up on your favorite series or reading messages like a champ, even on the sunniest beach day. But were you hoping for a drastic makeover? I feel you, but after hanging out with this phone for almost a week, it's clear that these changes aren't just skin deep. Samsung sprinkled some serious magic on the Z Fold 5, making it so much friendlier for those who weren't fans of carrying bricks around. And when you factor in the A-grade engineering and top-notch build, the phone's price tag makes all the most sense in the world. Now let's talk about using the phone for media, watching video, playing games, and reading. I don't play that many games, but I do watch quite a lot of videos, and I do read books. I've already talked about how the Z Fold's lower weight and thinner chassis change the way you hold and use the phone, but I want to expand on why I love to use it. The open screen is glorious, matched to the solid hinge and the huge power. It's fantastic to watch videos, to read books, and playing games. Samsung has placed volume controls on the same edge as the camera module, so the phone has a flat panel to rest on the desk, yet still remains perfectly usable. The hinge holds the screen at different viewing angles, and it's perfect for casual viewing. I've used the Galaxy Z Fold 5 to catch up on long YouTube videos I've not had time to watch. I've even used it in portrait orientation, not just landscape, and it works surprisingly well. Use the Z Fold 5 on a flat surface, partially folded, and Samsung's Flex mode shows media controls on the lower half of the screen. Watching videos on the Galaxy Z Fold is fun and quite unlike doing so on any regular phone. It's the same story, no pun intended, with reading books. The larger screen is bright enough to read outside, but also dim enough to comfortably use in darker rooms. Reading on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is more like reading on an Amazon Kindle or a small tablet than doing so on a non-folding phone, and far more relaxing and natural. And like I said earlier, while I don't play games as much, it's impossible to ignore the joy of gaming on this Z Fold 5. This big screen foldable is made for media, and the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is the absolute best that you can get for media consumption. Now, let's talk about the camera. First off, if you're a camera wizard and you're looking for the best of the best, then the Galaxy S23 Ultra still wears the crown in the Samsung kingdom. Hey, the Z Fold 5 isn't some pushover either. Just like its elder sibling, the Z Fold 4, it's flaunting a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel sidekick wide angle, and a 10 megapixel telephoto for those fab 3x optical zoom shot. Did I mention it's rocking new lenses, an upgraded image signal processor from Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, and some snazzy software tweaks make the images fairly decent. Here's the scoop though. Don't expect every shot to be a National Geographic cover material, but it definitely won't disappoint you. In the sun, your photos are going to pop with those bright, vibrant colors we've seen in other Samsung phones like the Galaxy A54. Yet for those cozy indoor moments, the Z Fold 5 can totally rock a more natural and realistic look. A huge shout out to the improved 3x optical zoom too. Way more clearer, way more colorful, and definitely much better lit than before. But, and there's always a but, right? Up close shots, not its forte, neither in 1x nor in 3x. And weirdly, in sometimes zones out in low light, like it's trying to find its glasses. Here's hoping the software updates can give it the nudge it needs. Yet, for all its quirk, the editing toolkit is the real bomb with cool tools and filters. And that object eraser, it's like Samsung went all Harry Potter with its magic eraser vibes. The selfie game, I'd say it's fairly strong. You've got a 10 megapixel shooter on the cover, a 4 megapixel under display camera inside. Pro tip, you can use the main cameras with the cover screen as your glam mirror. Though the UDC feels like it had a soft filter moment, it's totally cool for Zoom calls and Insta Reels. Although here's the T, the Galaxy Z Fold 5's camera is solid, but let's be real, it's pricey and it doesn't outshine some of its Samsung fam, especially when you side-eye the Galaxy S23 Ultra or even the standard S23. If your heart beats for photography, then this might not be the one. But if it's Insta-worthy snaps that make your day, you're golden. Now, let's talk about the software and performance. First off, the software, we're talking Android 13 with Samsung's One UI 5.1.1. If you've seen the Galaxy Z Fold 4 or the Galaxy S23 series, it's like they got a new outfit but kept their old shoes. The vibe's pretty similar, but check out the spiced up taskbar. It's got room for 4 recent apps used instead of the usual 2. It's like upgrading from a double bed to a king size. And if you want to go wild with multitasking, then Z Fold's got your back. Just picture this. There are 3 running apps plus a floating window all at once. And if you ever feel like turning one full screen app into a floating window, it's a pinch and zoom party. Plus, the drag and drop feature is like the cherry on the top. Drag a pic from the gallery straight to the Samsung Notes file. And if you're into the whole Samsung Note scene, it's like finding an extra fry at the bottom of the bag. We've got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for the Galaxy engine, which is like putting a sports car engine in this tech marvel. You can get it with a roomy 12 GB of RAM and storage options of 256 GB, 512 GB, or a whopping 1 TB. Now, worried about it heating up like a summer's day or guzzling battery? Well, you don't have to fear that. With the new vapor chamber cooling, this beast stays as cool as a cucumber. From hours of video watching to some high-speed action, it runs smoother than anybody's dance moves on a Friday night. The main gist, Z Fold 5 is like the cool cousin of Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, let's talk about the battery and the charging. Now, Samsung, being the sneaky tech wizard that it is, it's plopped the same 4400 mAh battery from the Z Fold 4 into the Z Fold 5. But here's the twist. It's claimed to have brewed some magic to make it last a tad longer. In my tests over the last 1 week, which include video binging, some cheeky gaming, camera shenanigans, and chilling with the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, showed that by bedtime, this multitasker was chilling with still about 35% to 50% juice left. Now, I'm not saying that this beast will last 2 full moon cycles, but it's safe to bet on this one cruising through a day and having some leftover gas for the morning jog the next day. But if you're planning to go full throttle with videos, gaming, and showing off with 5G, even then you don't need to fret, because the Samsung Z Fold 5 will still be by your side rocking the whole day. But a little heads up for the charger hunters. The box comes without a charging block. I guess everyone knows it by now. So if you're craving that lightning fast 25 watt super fast charging speed, make sure you have a compatible charger or get ready to buy one. Oh, and a quick aside, if you're pitting it against the Galaxy S23 Ultra and its beefier 5000 mAh battery, well, then the Z Fold 5 might just be the cool younger sibling who can't quite outlast the big brother. Now let's talk about the S Pen. So for all you doodle bugs and note takers, guess what? The Galaxy Z Fold 5 is playing a little hard to get when it comes to the S Pen stylus. It doesn't come bundled in, but it's totally flirting with the idea because it's compatible. Samsung's got a trick up its sleeve. They've rolled out this snazzy new cover case to keep a stylus fairly close. It's like your stylish holster for a phone's magic wand. It's leaner than its Z Fold cousin, but it adds a little more booty to your phone. For a price tag of 8,800 rupees for this cover along with the stylus, now let's get real. I mean, this case might not win many beauty pageants for sure, but it's fairly functional. I mean, if you're that person who can't function without an S Pen at your fingertips, then clearly this case has your back. Now, as far as price goes, the Z Fold 5 is clearly strutting into the tech runway with a jaw-dropping price tag. I mean, my Galaxy Z Fold 5 is priced at a sizzling 1,64,999 rupees, and with a spacious 512 GB storage, it's almost like the penthouse suite of phone storage. And let's talk about that icy blue shade. It's cooler than a polar bear's toenails, but I won't lie, it's like buying a designer outfit for your smartphone life. It'll leave a rather dramatic dent in that wallet of yours. And if you're looking to rock the tech world without auctioning off something very precious to you, then the Samsung S23 Ultra might just be the superhero phone you need. Affordable, yet all kinds of awesome. Now for the final verdict. Now, if you've been drooling over those fancy foldable phones that have been out during the last year or so, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 might still just make you jump out of the chair in excitement. Why? Because it's pretty much the cool kid on the block. But hold up, remember, we were all gaga with the Z Fold last year, but the plot has thickened this year because other brands have entered the arena. Google's Pixel Fold is like that artsy kid everyone's curious about. It might not have all the shine and shimmer, but it's got a unique design and the classic Google touch. Irresistible. And Motorola, they went old school with Razr Plus. Think of it as a rebellious leather jacket wearing cousin. And Samsung, bless their techie hearts, seems to be competing with themselves. The Z Flip 5 is like that tempting dessert you didn't think you needed after a heavy meal. And the Galaxy S23 Ultra, that's just your all-rounder superstar performing like a dream and still not making such a huge dent in your wallet as this one is. So what's the bottom line? While I am totally head over heels for the Z Fold 5, and seriously, it's like a blast. It's a wild tech world out there. So while it's a big screen foldable superstar today, maybe, just maybe, one of its tinier pocket-friendly competitors will woo you instead. I'd still give this phone a rating of a 7 on 10. If any of you have used this or purchased this, do let me know what you think of it. And if you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel. For any comments that you might have to make, please do comment in the comment section below. That's it from my side. We'll see you soon for many more such reviews. Thank you.